What's up, guys? Scott James here with the Independent Rockstar Podcast. Today I'm going to talk about branding. Branding is basically about teaching people what to expect from you and doing it consistently over a period of time so that people begin to associate your name and your logo with a particular feeling or experience, with something that gives them certainty. Branding brings meaning out of chaos in people's minds. It's basically something that people can hang their hat on in an environment that's full of noise, confusion, and uncertainty. It's a reason why McDonald's can open up a new restaurant anywhere they want, and they are not going to have to worry about getting customers because everyone knows what to expect from McDonald's. There's no doubt in people's minds about what the food's going to taste like because it's always the same. Their brand means fast food that tastes good. It might not be good for you, might not be very fancy, but if you want short-term results, you want something that tastes good now, and you don't want to wait, then you know you can go to McDonald's. The reason why branding is important for you, especially in today's environment, is because there's so much noise out there. Any band can reach thousands of people for free all over the world just sitting there at their computer, which is great to a point, except there's a lot of crappy bands out there spamming people all over the place. It just creates a whole bunch of noise, and people just tune it out. If you want to cut through all that, then you have to be clear. You have to represent something that people can latch on to, something that's clear. You have to be clear on what you stand for and what people should expect from you, and you have to communicate that to the rest of the world. The problem is that most bands aren't really clear on what they're about. They don't really know what they represent, or they just want to represent everything that they think is good. So how about you? What is your band about? Can you boil it down to a simple message, just one simple sentence, or is there some confusion there? Are you not, is everyone in the band on the same page with it? Are you guys really in tune with it? Can you boil it down to that one simple sentence? You got to keep it simple. It's much better to sacrifice everything else and stand for one thing than it is to try to be everything to everyone. An example from the business world, you can look at FedEx. They sacrificed everything else to become known for overnight shipping. They just wanted people to, when they thought of the concept of overnight shipping, it was automatically FedEx. They busted their butts. They barely stayed afloat for a long time, with just one clear goal in mind: become synonymous with overnight shipping. They didn't try to become known for overnight shipping and inexpensive shipping and shipping to more locations or anything else. They knew if they were going to stand out, they'd have to become known for that one thing. And I'd say it's worked out pretty good for them. If you confuse people, then you're really going to be hurting your chances to grow an audience. As they say in marketing, the confused mind always says no. If you try to be everything to everyone, then you're just going to end up being nothing to anyone. If you're always chasing what you think people want to hear and you don't have that internal sense of what you stand for, then you're just going to be a follower. You're just going to be following other people. If you want to be successful and you want people to follow you, then you've got to be a leader. So decide what you want to stand for and pound that message home in everything that you do. If you decide you want to represent redneck party music, then the photos, the banners, the flyers, the shows, the music, everything should all reflect that. You don't want to put out messages out there that are confused or that are off the topic. It's just going to create noise in people's minds. You want to be clear. If you want to represent, hard edge Jesus rock, then promote yourself with images of Jesus with a hard edge. It's all about clarity and repetition. You got to be patient too, because it takes time. Remember, you're at the center of it all, and you're going to be exposed to your marketing and your music and everything else from you a lot more than anybody else. So the key is not to change things every time you feel like you want to do something different to satisfy yourself, because you're not the one who needs to be sold. Your marketing is about reaching other people, a lot of which don't know anything about you. So be able to summarize what you stand for in one simple sentence and make sure everything you do is consistent with that message. If you can do that, then you'll be able to cut through all the noise and you'll get heard. For more tips, you can visit my blog at independentrockstar.com. Sign up for the newsletter to get a free ebook, Cutting Through the Noise, 10 Keys to a More Effective MySpace Music Page. Also, you can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes. Just search for Independent Rockstar. That concludes this edition of the Independent Rockstar podcast. Hope you guys found something in there that you could use, and I will be back with more soon. Take care.